Hi, it's John Bach with Elite Credit Solutions. I want to talk to you about apartment living. I was walking the dog this morning, walked by a unit down the street. I kind of had a hunch that the people had moved, maybe got evicted. Um, I noticed the last couple of nights I walked, I didn't see the van out front. And I thought to myself, they got kids. I said, it looks kind of deserted. I think they got moved out. I saw the landlord, went and talked to him a minute. He said he was cleaning up. He said, "Yeah, we're going to rent the apartment." I live in a very conservative. There's no frills and freckles. I got two pools, couple laundromats. It's an older community. And I'm getting a break on rent because I know the landlord. So, I realize I'm not paying probably what I'm supposed to be saying. But I said, what's you? This is just the next building over from me. But the only difference is it's down on the first floor and I'm on second. I said, what are you renting the apartment out for? And he says 800. I said, whoa, that's expensive. And he said, yeah, the guy upstairs is getting 9. And I'm like, first of all, these are very basic apartments. I mean, there's only a few units. They're individual. They're not apartments. They're individually owned condos. So they're each owned by a separate owner. And I only know of about 3 units in there where somebody has sunk some major money and they put some nice tile and nice wall and that kind of thing. Those might be worth a little bit more, but there ain't nothing in there. And I don't care if it's on the next to the Hillsborough River. It's not worth 800 or 900. The reason I tell this story to you, as you know, I own Elite Credit Solutions. We're a credit repair company in Tampa, Florida. We do business all across the United States. I have a theory that there is what's that tool that we had uh, growing up? It's a woodworking that you turn the little crank and it gets closer and closer and closer as you turn the little crank. I think there's one of those in life going on. Apartment communities continue to raise the rent. These dumps behind my office building, and yes, them being nice, they are dumps. I wouldn't walk back there after dark. I have a beautiful office in a beautiful office building, but I would not live here. After dark, I park my car right next to the door and I run out to the car and take off. Um, those dumps, I think, are $900. Some of these places are just a one-bedroom apartment. $1,200. And this is just in my immediate area. I'm sure, people listening to this all over places, New York and everything, they probably got bigger stories to share. But every year, oh, let's raise $50. Oh, let's raise $100. They don't do anything to the apartments. These apartments been around a long time. I don't know of any brand new apartment communities. Um, but they don't fix anything. There's still the old stairway got a hole in the thing, but well, the guy down the street's raised it $50, so this complex is gonna raise it $50 too. Um, you got a group of people renting in an apartment, and I believe that's for one of two reasons: it's convenience, it's close to their job, maybe. Maybe it's just a type of work they can't buy a house, but and it might be due to credit. They have bad credit, so they're renting a house or renting an apartment, and then apartment goes up and goes up and goes up. Well, as you know, the housing crash happened. What are we up to? 8 years ago. Um, And, for a couple of years, you drive down any block and see foreclosures. Um, at least in this area, the prices are going. Realtors probably know the actual facts, but the prices are going up and up and up, which is great if you own a house because you're. It's when I owned a house, I was making. Oh, my our second house when I bought in or we had it built was it was a Syntex home, 149.9. It's in a really nice neighborhood in Citrus Park. He had it maxed out at 315,000. But I'm here to tell you the housing market's going back up. People are making some good money on owning a house. But here's my theory about the whole housing topic. You got people down here got an apartment. They're renting an apartment. They either don't want to fix their credit or they don't have the money. Um, I'm introducing to you two different programs. I can fix your credit and I can fix your income issues. So um, I don't, and the income can pay off your debt. So that's the third part of that. So I don't really understand why somebody would not take advantage of one of those two programs. I'm going to put those links down below in case you want to revisit. But here's my theory. I think people are in an apartment community, and every year it's going up and up and up. Well, the cost of houses are going up and up and up, and the value of the houses. I think this is my opinion, but I think there's somewhere a middle. We'll just call it the middle class, and I'm not saying the old middle class financially. There's a class there that I think's going to be homeless, um, because I think people are going to either one or two things. They can't afford to rent an apartment anymore because the cost continues to go up. They're either going to have to fix their credit. They're going to have to make more money, and the wages in some jobs are going up, but they're going to have to do something to make the money. And at some point, they're going to have to jump off that cliff and jump into a home ownership or do something to make more money, fix the credit, or they're going to reach a certain point where they said, "Dear, we can't afford to rent an apartment. We have to live in a tent down the street." Don't get caught in what's going on in the world right now. Get out, do something about it. Fix your credit, make more money. I've got a program you can make more money. Talk to a realtor, find out what they have, what programs they have. At least in this area, they've got a first time home buyer. You go on a Saturday, you go to a class, you get a certificate. If you're living there, I deal with realtors and mortgage brokers all across the United States. So if you give me a call, I can get you a good referral to one. As far as those classes, I do have some realtors that put on those classes on a Saturday. So look into doing all of those things. I think first time home buyer. I think as long as you haven't owned a house in about 3 years, I think you qualify. I think I read that somewhere. So do what you have to do to own a home. And I just, you're not going to win staying in the apartment. That apartment's going to raise and raise and raise. They're not going to fix the hole in the stairs when you go downstairs. They're not going to fix the pool. It's still going to be dirty and whatever. But you're going to be expected to pay more and more and more. And if you stay in your job, you know, most of these jobs are not raising that quick. So you're going to have to do something to make the income. Your kids and your family deserve everything you got. And no matter what your age is, it's time you make the decisions to make that happen. Thanks for your listening to me. And be sure and subscribe to my channel down below. And look forward to future videos here on YouTube. Thanks for your time. Have a wonderful evening. This is John Bach with Elite Credit Solutions.